straw there. Hey there. That's it. Welcome once again to Creepy Cheapies at Horror Hotel, where we take a break from that ongoing, never-ending, soul-crushing struggle to understand human beings and just what they expect of us and what they're trying to say. We take a little break from that to appreciate the fine art of monsters. This week's monster, my goodness gracious, well, the tallest leading man in cinema history, I would say. You could also say, you know, as a riddle, what's 368 feet tall and still nobody can find it? That would be this mask. It's, don't get ahead of me here, it's Godzilla! Oh my gosh, look at that! Are you kidding me? This beautiful Godzilla head is a 2023 creation, oddly enough, from Ruby's Costumes. Now, Ruby's has a reputation for cheaply made, hurriedly cranked out novelty stuff, but occasionally they come up with a beautiful collector attention-worthy piece. And I think this Godzilla from 23 is one of them. Did I mention it was 60 bucks? 60 bucks. Look at this. This is like you know, the paint job alone is worth $60. This looks like something that if a private artist like me or one of those guys who sometimes make masks, if somebody made this, oh my gosh, you'd be talking $200-300 easily. And yet this version is 60 bucks from Ruby's. Now, my crack earlier about having trouble finding it, well, that was based on a true story. For some reason, these were hard to come by, and I don't know why. I don't know if maybe by the time you're watching this, they'll be available, or maybe they won't. But keep an eye open for one, because I think it's a beautiful collector mask. And as you may know, or you may not know, Godzilla looks a little different from movie to movie over the years, roughly the same, but some things change. Like sometimes he doesn't have the ears, sometimes the eyes are more friendly looking, sometimes the eyes are more dead and like animalistic and beastly looking. Sometimes his eyes were big and friendly looking. Sometimes he has these fangs, like, see the fang, like the two fangs, like the Dracula fangs going on. Sometimes he doesn't. Changes a little bit. So this one, I'm not sure I can nail it to a specific movie, but it kind of has the look of my favorite, personal favorite era of Godzilla masks and costumes, which is the 90s. It kind of looks like Godzilla vs. Biollante and Godzilla vs. Destroya and some of those movies from that period. And I say that because it's got the feisty look in the eyes, and it's got this sort of fiery look in the eyes too. There's sort of a yellow and red heat in those eyes, and it makes him look kind of feisty and kind of gregarious and kind of scary and like he's ready for a fight. The color is a perfect, not quite black, not quite green, really dark gray with just a drop of green in it. And as you can see, it's a pretty good casting. It's pretty thick, pretty solid, and yes, I've got it on a clear piece of plastic. It's pretty solid, pretty sturdy, and for 60 bucks, holy cow. What a fabulous Godzilla piece. Now, there have been a number of Godzilla masks over the years, of course, including several excellent ones from Ogawa Studios of Japan, which is no more, the now defunct Ogawa of Japan. And there have even been a couple of other Ruby's ones, some of which pretty decent. But this, for my money, this is the best Godzilla mask, production mask. Not counting things that would cost $800, $900, $1,000. You know, the very expensive deluxe resin busts and things like that that were pricey. This is the best, I think, the best production Godzilla mask in the history of the planet. And why do I say that? Well, I told you, it's 60 bucks. And look how much monster you get here. Now, if you were going to actually wear it, you might have a bit of a problem, because unless you're a dinosaur-shaped person with a giant, thick tail out the back and big fins sticking up your spine, out of your spine, and like big legs and little claw hand, you might have trouble finding a costume for this. Although some people just go for comedy effect and wear a Godzilla mask with a tuxedo or suit or a, you know, costume like he's Godzilla as a detective or Godzilla as a policeman or whatever. So you could do that, but really I just recommend it as a collector piece. The eyes are beautifully painted, and once again, I just bought this online. I did not do anything to it to fix it up or detail it. This is right out of the bag. Amazing, I think. And the teeth have that little bit of tartar stain brown look along the gum line that I think always looks realistic. And again, he has those cool eyes that tell you he is not just any dinosaur type monster, but he is Godzilla. So very impressed with the 2023 Godzilla, and I don't know why it was so hard to find around this time, the time I was recording this, but I hope by the time you're watching it you'll be able to get your hands on one, because it kind of belongs in the collection with all the classic monsters. You know, it's kind of the ultimate Godzilla mask, I think, not counting things that cost much more by private artists, because I know there have been some, and I don't want to compete with those or disparage anybody's work. I'm just saying, for my money, this is the best production Godzilla mask ever produced on the planet. And by the way, the expression "for my money," if you don't know, that's just a figure of speech, because the truth is I haven't got any. So until next time, good night. And wait a minute, what? Godzilla has something. What? He thinks I ought to close with a joke. Godzilla, I don't really have a joke prepared. I wasn't planning to say anything. Oh, you have a joke? You have a Godzilla joke. Do I think they'd want to hear it? Oh yeah. I'm sure they'd want to hear it. I'm sure they want to hear it, and I'm sure they'll laugh and applaud when they hear it, because I'm sure it'll be a great joke if you tell it. You were talking to another giant monster the other day. Wait, is that part of the joke? It is. Okay. Godzilla says, do they know about all the other giant monsters? Yeah, you know about all of them. They do. They know about Gamera and King Kong, and they know about Ghidorah and Rodan and Mothra and Gyrus and Baragon and the Gargantuas and all the other giant monsters. Yeah. Do they know what we call those? Well, I just named them all. Do they know what we call them? Oh, as a species. Yeah. The word for that, of course, for giant Japanese monsters is kaiju. You're not funny, Godzilla. Gesundheit, he says. All right, what's your joke for the folks at home? What's your real joke? Okay, you were talking to Gargantua the other day. Godzilla was talking to Gargantua the other day. Wait, was it green Gargantua or a brown Gargantua? Oh, you don't know because you're colorblind. Okay, the Gargantuas all look the same to you. Okay, Godzilla was talking to Gargantua the other day, and Godzilla said, yeah, what did you say? Godzilla said, hey Gargantua, do you think puny humans can be dangerous? And Gargantua said, I know they can. Just last week, a puny human killed my cousin. And Godzilla said, wow, Gargantua, that's incredible. How did a puny human kill your cousin? And Gargantua said, by getting stuck in his throat.